website called All About the Tea.
Told All About the Tea that during the fight,
Hey Teacups, it's your girl Monica. Welcome back to the All About the Tea channel. Joining me tonight are Teacup affiliates, Schoolboy. Hey Schoolboy.
Hey y'all.
Hey. All right, we got to get you a background for that green screen.
Okay, what's going on is that my computer died and I have an issue, so I gotta get a computer like this week. So I'm
it's a computer thing. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I lost my computer, went bye-bye.
Oh,
went on up to heaven.
They don't make them like they used to anymore. Let me tell you something. It's like 3 years max on these laptops. Okay. We also have the bishop in the building, Mr. Red Pill himself.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh man, I'm your pusher man. Okay,
I know, right?
All right now.
We got Teacup affiliate out of the DMV, Marcella, our love. Hey,
everybody. Hey. Y'all press those like buttons, y'all. That shows me the love. Come on, let me see those likes. Yes.
All right. And we have the lovely Plez in the building.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, well, let's get the business out of the way. First and foremost, if you're not subscribed to the channel, I need you to hit that subscribe button down below. And if you're already subscribed to the channel, go on and bang that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the piping hot tea that we serve on this channel. Oh, wow. Look at all these new channel members. Shout out to the new channel members. Welcome. We had a blast on Friday at our After Dark party. And you know what go down in the After Dark stays on the after party, stays in the after party, child. I need to stop drinking and getting on there. I was a bit too loose this Friday. Told y'all way too much.
I loved it.
I miss the business.
I love it.
Told y'all way too much.
I love it. I don't want to be the only freak.
Look. Look. Let me say this. You confirmed all what I knew.
Yes.
Look, I got off live and started listening to Lollipop by Lil Wayne. Lollipop.
Hey, come on now. She wanna lick the rapper.
I can't keep up with some Marcella, please. There's no competition when it comes to you and the freak dome. Listen, child. Okay. All right.
And you need all of the ingredients in the gumbo, Marcella. You need the freak level of 3. You need the freak level of 10. You need the freak level of 8. You know, you need all of it.
Listen, okay. Ken Clark, thank you so much for the super sticker, my love. We appreciate you. Lala Chanel, thank you for the super chat. Just showing some love. Thank you. We need love. We need more love in this world that we're living in today. Thank you. We appreciate that. Beautifully animated. Hey, sis, you were at the after party. Well, her dominatrix little thing around her neck. What was that with the chains? I was like, oh, girl.
That's her collar.
Oh, okay. Oh, to get dog walked.
Usually wear a collar.
Oh, damn. I missed all the freaking
Okay. Oh, my God. I knew I recognized that in Candy's bedroom someplace. She said... Listen, it's just grown folk talk. We have a blast at these after dark parties. Okay, so go on and sign up and become a member so you can be a part of it too. The next one we're going to do is going to be a movie night. Plez had recommended Mississippi Madam. It's a real good one.
Yes, I love it.
It's real good. So we're gonna watch that together as a family and comment on that. Beautifully animated says, "Hey fam, Schoolboy, get a gaming computer, laptop, or build your computer. Best investment." She knows. She's right. Yeah, she is right about that.
It's the breakdown with the funds. You know, the funds.
It gets expensive. Building those laptops gets expensive. Yes, it does. I refuse to do it because for some reason they don't last more than 3 years with me. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to go the middle of the road. I'm not going to go cheap. I'm not going to go expensive. Middle of the road. Dr. J1913 Funny Girl, thank you so much for the super chat. Schoolboy, did you have a hangover Friday night? Did you have a hangover?
You mean Saturday morning?
I didn't wake up. I didn't wake up in my own bed in my own.
Oh Lord. Oh, child.
But I was in the bed alone though, Monica. I was in the bed alone.
I'm about to say.
I was a gentleman this weekend. I didn't do nothing.
Okay. Lakia Pearson, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm baby free tonight and I'm here for all this tea. Good. Get a glass of wine. That'll be fun. Shonda Russi, thank you so much for the super chat. Love you guys. We love you too. Marcella, how are you doing super chats and you on here? How are you doing that? Thank you, my love. Thank you, sister. I appreciate you for the love and for all the new members. After Dark is off the chain. Please join. Yeah, Marcella, she's right. She's off the chain, okay? She's like, let me tell you. You think she off the chain now? You haven't seen anything, okay?
Me and my Henny.
Let's go ahead and get
Red cup for Palm Sunday.
Hey.
All right now. Okay, so teacups. Tonight we are on the agenda this evening. Martell Holt demands a DNA test from his mistress and fires his divorce lawyer. And the Scots open black. And it was beautiful. It was black excellence. It was really, really nice. Let's just dive right in. The episode starts with Melody and the kids doing a family photo shoot. They look so beautiful in their African garb. The chocolate babies are so cute. By the way, I got some people coming after me for saying chocolate babies. It's like, why are you saying chocolate babies? You sound racist. I'm like, you must not be black, child. Chocolate babies is not an offensive term. Right? Plus, right? Child, listen.
You are the United Nations, so you can't say it.
Right.
Not to me, but people. I just. Everything is so exhaustive, even in our own community. Like, you shouldn't make differences. Kids grow up; they are going to know the difference one way or another sooner or later. So they may as well know it in a fond way.
Mm-hmm.
To love their chocolate skin. Yes,
absolutely.
Chocolate is gorgeous and beautiful.
Thank you. My oldest daughter, when she was little, I would always call her Brown Betty. I would call her Brown Sugar. She has these like pledge. She has the pledge cheeks, and they were just so brown and so cute. So I don't see there's anything wrong with doing that, making the baby feel good. And I don't know. These people.
My big sister's nickname from birth was Chocolate, and my brother's nickname was Vanilla. That's literally what my mama called them. Yeah. My chocolate baby and my vanilla baby, and I'm the yellow baby. So that's it.
Yeah, exactly. You know what though? The vanilla one, I don't tell her. I just say she's beautiful because she get on my nerves. Y'all know. I just like she's just so beautiful, but she's something else, child. Ooh, I told y'all about.
That's the little one. Oh.
Yeah. The one that made me stop having kids. I was like, I'm done. I'm done. She's something else. Every day it's a challenge. But anyway, I mean, she's a blessing. God
Have you seen the show Mixed-ish? Okay, if you see Mixed-ish, she sang the little girl off that show. The youngest one.
Oh, really? Is she like that? Oh, goodness gracious.
She's like sassy.
She's sassy. You can't control her. I mean,
that's her.
Let her do whatever she wants. Because
watch at least one episode, and you see the youngest child. You like, oh, that's her.
Like I said, when you spank her, she don't cry. It's like, what's wrong with you?
Monica, if you need motivation, Zach Morris is the daddy on Mixed-ish.
Oh, okay. Well, check it out. Ooh,
and Tika Sumpter is the mama.
Yeah. Oh, I like Tika. I like her. Okay, I'll definitely check it out. Shout out to Remain Teachable. Thank you so much for the super chat. Oh my God, I missed an after party. You did, girl. I miss y'all. I've been so busy. Being away was like that feeling you get when you miss your siblings. Oh, we miss you too. She's so sweet. So sweet. Lashina McGinnis, thank you so much for the super chat. I have my vodka tonic ready for the tea. I know that's right. That sounds good too. Queen Mama Bear, shout out to you. You were all up in the chat. We ain't gonna talk about what happened.
That's my dog.
My mentor. That's my girl. That's my dog.
You got the 5 dimes.
Bishop, we ain't gonna talk about what happened in the after party now, but she was all
Look, I ain't say nothing. I just say you got
That's our dog right there. Okay. All right.
Yeah, 50
Watch a
Cent.
replay or something.
Exactly. I was like, Bishop, you got to switch up the code words. Actually, if she got 50 Cent, you can borrow.
You got
There
50
you
Cent, Uncle Bob.
It's big like that, huh? Anyway, good Sunday evening, teacups. Number 1, finally recovered from the after party. It was 4 hours. Number 2, Martell need to go ahead and get fixed up. Yeah, he does. Martell's he's a hot mess. He really, really, really is. He's a sad situation. We're going to get into it though. All right. So let's dive right in. The episode starts, like I said, with Mel at the photo shoot. They have on African garb. Beautiful. She wants new memories now that Martell is out of the picture, and she's 100% certain the marriage is over and done with after their altercation at Chris's house, where she almost cut him with that glass that she threw upside his head. Destiny shows up and they talk about the incident. Let's dive right in. Schoolboy, what were your thoughts on that scene?
On them in the getting the kids.
Uh-huh.
That was
The
cute.
photo shoot. Yeah.
It's cute. It made me want to have some kids. And then I thought about it. I was like, hell no, I don't want no kids. No, but they were cute. Especially the baby. The baby was it. I was like, should just give me the baby. The rest of them, you keep the rest of them. They talking. I don't want the ones that talk. Give me the baby. Just let me hold the baby. It was so cute. I think Mel just, she tired of Martell. I'm tired of Martell. I wanted him off my damn screen by the end of the show. I didn't know if I wanted to cut him or stab him or all of the above by the end of the show. I just want to know where Destiny husband is. That's why. What happened to him?
He done disappeared.
He done went bye-bye. I don't know.
Frying some chicken someplace, but ain't that much chicken.
Chicken is still selling, so I don't know. But it was a cute scene, and I loved it. I thought it showed Mel once again more softer, looking more sane than Martell. And we're gonna keep seeing her more sane than Martell because he's crazy. Then he batshit crazy. Somebody need to get him in a straitjacket.
Yeah. Plez, what were your thoughts on that cute little scene?
I thought it was just as you said, cute. I was happy that she kept, some of the family traditions going to show them that they'll still do fun things. They'll still do things as a family. And she's making new memories with them in their new normal. So I really liked that and appreciated the thought process behind the photo shoot with the African attire and things like that. I loved watching Malaya, I guess you pronounce it, going in on Big Sister Mariah. To me, she gave me all the energy that you say your daughter gives, Monica. She just kept, people always say, even though she's not the baby, she was the baby before this new baby came along, and all of her attitude and energy says so. And she's so advanced and smart for a 4-year-old. Like, she was going in on her big sister. Her big sister almost couldn't keep up. I'm like, this girl is outsmarting you, and she's 5 years younger than you. Like, she had a quick mouth, a quick retort at everything. Yeah, I liked the whole everything that was going on. Then when Miss Destiny showed up, they were like, "Oh, we can go play." And Melanie was like, "No, you're gonna sit down." I liked it, firm and in control. I said, "Go sit down." I didn't say y'all could go play and tear up these people's studio. She knows her children. I like it.
She do.
Mm-hmm.
Bishop,
sorry. The Destiny's husband is probably where she should have left him. Them people shouldn't have got married. We knew this, y'all. They said it last season. They had been fighting, fussing, and cussing. He had been cheating, and they still went on, got married, and had a baby anyway. We got to stop this. Oh, well, we've been together 8 years. We might as well got. Their wedding song was Jagged Edge, Let's Get Married. We ain't getting no younger, so we might as well do it. And look where we are, a baby and a year later, about to get divorced. You could have saved that paperwork. If you want to have a baby, mom, just have a baby. Don't do all this other stuff.
He seems so damn doofy to me.
Not doofy.
He does. He does. Awesome. Agwagwu. I know I'm sorry. Torturing your last name. Had to go ahead and join. Love y'all. We love you too. Thank you so much, my love. Thank you. Thank you. What were your thoughts, Bishop?
Oh, I thought it was a beautiful family photo. Paying homage to African, the African culture. I'm like, the mama looking good. I'm like, look at the mama. And it was funny to see the little girl saying, "I'm the new queen since mama ain't here." It was hilarious. And like what Flair said, she's reading her big sister for Phil. I'm like, girl, just leave your big sister, leave your little older sister alone. She older than you. You was born before her. That's it. That's how I am with my older siblings. I'm like, y'all just older than me, but I act more mature than most of y'all. So that is it. You know what I mean? So I like that interaction that she had with her sister. Destiny, I'm like, where's your husband at? I'm like, is he plucking somebody? I'm like, I need to know because he ain't nowhere to be found. He almost flew the coop. So I'm like, okay, God bless you. And your
chicken jokes are endless.
Right. The endless supply.
He out there plucking some chickens, some birds.
Mm-hmm.
Paulette, thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate you. Your last name is Gonzalez. That's Portuguese, right? Because it ends in an S. I always find that fascinating. Good night, new member. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Marcella, what were your thoughts on that really cute family scene?
I'm going to tell you, Melanie was the MVP of the whole episode. And that beginning was a new beginning for her. Photos of her and her children around the house. I understand what she was doing. She's letting her children know we could be a family without daddy because she said she didn't want family photos around. And as far as Destiny concerned, I think Destiny is a very good friend to her because if y'all listen, Destiny was Martell's friend first. And so she has clinged to Melanie. She has not revealed any of her secrets to Martell. And I just think this is a good scene. She is a very good mother in spite of what is being said by her about her. I really like that episode, that scene. It shows togetherness, and she wants her kids to know that they are kings and queens, and that captivated my heart. But you can see that Melanie talking to Destiny was experienced some heartfelt being heartbroken.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so Martell, moving on. Martell pays a therapist a visit, Dr. Francis. And the doc basically says infidelity happens in marriages. Then they get into this conversation about oranges and Mel withholding oranges and Martell picking oranges. And I'm like, what the WTF oranges? Like, huh? Anyway, it was what? Martell admits that he got the side chick pregnant because he went outside and he picked that orange and got impregnated that other outside orange. And the therapist thinks Martell should become a politician, because all this double speak and stuff. He's like, you in the wrong profession. You should have been you should get into politics. He talks about ripping his family apart. The doc tells him not to feel bad about his mistakes. Things happen. It doesn't define who you are. It doesn't make you a bad person. He just needs to handle the situation accordingly moving forward. Then Martell jumps into his truck and calls Ariane, which I'm like, okay, I guess she didn't want to be on camera because she's so big, she's pregnant. So she just said, okay, a phone call will suffice because she would have to sign off on that. You just can't just call her up and she's on the phone. That's not how it works. So the mistress, they're talking and everything. And he tells Ariane, the mistress, about going to Dr. Francis. Then he asked her for a DNA test. Because according to Martell, she's been loyal, but he's not around her all the time and they're not together. So it could be anybody's baby. She says she's insulted that he would even ask for a DNA test and says she's 1,000% sure it's his. What an uncomfortable scene. Oh, my God. I mean, schoolboy, what were your thoughts on that scene in the truck?
I was trying to figure out if they was acting or this was a real scene. Because here's my thing, sir. You know you've been knocking that lady boots for 5 years. You know this ain't the first time that she's allegedly gotten pregnant by you. So you know you was slanging that thing, sir. Get the hell off my screen with this BS. You know that's your child. Like Martell need to stop. And then the stupid part about it. Well, did you call me a peasant? Well, you didn't stop. Excuse me. You didn't start sleeping with him when he called you a peasant. So man, what does it matter if he called you a peasant to the doctor or not? You sound stupid too. I understand why they call you coleslaw because your brain is clearly not functioning, ma'am. I mean, you sleeping with a whole married man and you have a nerve to have attitude because he called you a peasant, but you still kept opening your legs for him. Make it make sense, ma'am. Make it make sense. Then the doctor with the oranges apple. No, sir, just break it down in terms. Martell wanted to be a hoe. He wasn't a smart hoe, and instead, what he should have did was he should have put a condom on, okay, and prevented himself from having a child, which further helped him throw away his whole marriage with his wife. Because it's one thing for you to make me look like a fool; it's another thing for you to bring a whole child into this. This don't make no sense. The whole scene seemed rehearsed to me. Because there's no way in God's green earth you gonna ask somebody that you've been knocking boots with for 5 years that now all of a sudden I haven't been around. Well, fool, we know you've been out here with multiple women. She probably knows it's more than one of her. But you up here questioning her. You have some nerve. I just wanted to call Maury and tell him to go and get on the line too. So we go and get it all set up so they can go and get on Maury so I can watch the episode. And so she could stand up there and say, I told you, it was your baby. I told you. And for him to walk off stage mad, upset and still not paying her no child support. Because I highly doubt that she's going to really get much out of him.
Yeah. Yeah. Your self-esteem got to be really in the toilet. For one, you're sleeping with this married man, but then to go get pregnant with, his child, and he's not even claiming you. He said last night, we're not together. The candy shop. Thank you so much for the super chat. How is she insulted when this is what she signed up for? According to him, she does what he says. So, Plez, what were your thoughts on the apples, oranges discussion at the therapist and Martell and Arion's convo in the truck?
Well, I laughed at the convo in the truck, but the therapist actually he disappointed me a little bit. I liked him more last season. I know what he was trying to do in his discussion with Martell, but the issue is Martell can't be handled like that. He has to be shown the error of his ways, and even when he's shown it, he won't accept it. But therapy is supposed to get you with the hard issues. For some reason, the doctor this time was trying to be more gentle with him and trying to play to the what weren't you getting. Here's the thing. You very rarely will get 100% of what you want in any relationship. Any. And if it comes to a point where you're not getting what you need, you have to communicate that with your partner, go to therapy or counseling to try to work it out. And if at that point the communication doesn't work, they refuse to give you whatever it is that you need, now you got a choice to make. If it's that bad, you need to leave. But Martell was honest finally in his BS and admitted that he wanted both. That was it. He wanted the image. He wanted to go to church with the wife and the kids. And he wanted his little stanky, tangy tangerines over here on the side. Them wasn't even oranges. Those were some little, I can't call them cuties because I like cuties. Yeah. They were halos. They were off-brand cuties. That's what they were. When people come to my house and I've asked for cuties and they bring me whatever Kroger special is, I throw them in the trash. Because I want cuties. You can tell me they're the same thing as halos. I'm sorry, this is a tangent, but they're not. Anyway, yeah, that was the fact of the matter. He never was honest, or I think he said he finally was honest to Mel and said, my wife told me that I couldn't have both, or my wife wanted me to choose and I couldn't. Okay, well, if you can't choose, she chose for you. You can't get mad, sir. Like, that's the game you played. She gave you 4-5 years to get it together, or I guess 3 years after she found out about it. You couldn't get it together, so she got it together for you. Now, with the phone call, as the attorney that I am, I don't blame him for getting a DNA test. That's the responsible thing to do. And as Schoolboy said, talking about, did you call me a peasant? Well, it really doesn't matter because you still slept with him after you called him a peasant. You still went and got this baby because I think you thought that it would show the world, look, he still want me. Look, he's still coming over here. Of course he's going to come over here. He going to keep coming over there. You keep opening up. Why wouldn't he keep coming? Like that's stupid. That doesn't mean you have a prize. No, he didn't call you a peasant. He did say he regretted it. He did say he wished he never met you, and I wish I never met her at all. He wished he never met you. He wished he never met you. He wished he never went to your house. He wished he never broke his family up. He called your baby a oops baby and a mistake baby. But nah, he didn't call you a peasant. He just said he want his wife back, and he wish he had never ran into your off-brand tangerines. Like, and if that's what makes you feel better at night, cool. Again, I know 12,000 Martells. I love my father. He's a Martell. It's almost, honestly, this is a lot of deja vu for me watching this, because my mother and father were in a 5-year relationship before I was born. And my daddy tried the same thing. Well, how I know it's mine. Well, when I came out, he didn't need no DNA test because I look just like him. So, like, men that do this will do stuff like that, because they know how dirty they are. And they expect you to be as dirty as them. And honestly, I kind of hope it's not his. That would be so funny. Like, that would be the just dessert, the icing on top of this whole cake. That baby ain't his. Oh, you played yourself so bad, sir. You played yourself. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I don't blame him for protecting whatever pocket he may have left. But even when he asked for it, you see her desperate self was still there saying, well, call me when you leave. Call me when you get out of the place. You always have been good to me. Ooh, girl, the lack of self-esteem. Ooh.
Yes.
What are you up? April Nicole Gray, thank you so much for the super chat. Ariane is orange now. A big upgrade from a peasant, right? Jana B, thank you so much for the super chat. Own Network just needs to cancel that ninja already. Yes. Marcella, what are your thoughts on the doctor therapist visit and Martell and Ariane in the truck?
We see that the doctor is religious. Instead of calling her a cat, he went to the fruit. Martell then admitted that he loves the fruit, the forbidden fruit, and the wife fruit. He expressed that his wife gave him the opportunity to make a move. He said he couldn't move because he likes the other fruit / cat. Now, the conversation in this car now, because the therapist was trying to protect him because the camera was around. I'm sure this therapist tears into his butt when we're not around, because he said, you called me, you kept leaving messages, I called you back, you didn't come back in, you didn't do this. So the therapist made it known that he has been there for Martell. But when they get into the car, the young lady said, are you sure you didn't call me a peasant? That means you know what he called you, and you still gave him some. I'm going to say this quickly. You know the position that Melanie was in, calling for her husband with Ariane? Ariane is going to be calling for Martell when he is trying to get Melanie back. Martell is in love with his wife. He just wants to eat from the forbidden tree and have his palm tree at home. But Melanie's not having it. I am telling you now, this girl, Ariane, is going to be severely punished, because what comes around goes around. And while you over there with that baby, Martell is going to be in a new kind of fruit, and it might be the peach of somebody's ass.
Just Jules JG, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm sorry, I need the licenses of this therapist. That scene was very disturbing. Yeah, to say the least. Bishop, what were your thoughts?
I kind of have to disagree a little bit with y'all about the therapist. I think he was, dog walking him a little bit. He stayed up on him because he was trying to veer off into something else. But he told him at the end, he said, pretty much all you need to worry about is these children. That's it. There's no, you don't even try to worry about, these kids. And plus, the scenes are spliced too, for the best parts. I agree with Marcel. I think he gets on him a lot worse when the cameras are off because it's a TV show still, so you kind of have these little nuances going on. But I just he finally admitted. He even said he admitted to Mel that he wanted both oranges. You know what I mean? The knockoff brand and the real brand. The one that actually has the same last name as you. And I just couldn't help but just look at him and like. I felt bad for him in that moment. I really did. And I said, he don't know how good he had it. And now he realizes it. But the sad part about him, as soon as he gets to that edge, he snatches himself back and get in that arrogant mode. Because you can see it in his eyes. He even said, I'm broken and this and the third. He was really being honest until that little demon just slipped right back in. And he's like, catch yourself, bro. You're getting too emotional. And I'm like, you cannot get help if you don't want to admit that you need help. Because even then, right after the therapy session, he gonna sit there on the phone with her. And I'm like, I was like, good for her. I'm glad he dogging you. You really need to be dog walked because you now need to see what you've been trying to, rub in Melanie's face. You about to get that bad end of the stick. And he may do Melody bad, but he's not gonna do her bad as he gonna do this side piece. Because this side piece, he don't really care for her. He just like her oranges. That's it. But it ain't no love behind it like he did with Melanie. And he may be doing Melanie this bad, and we like, oh, this is terrible. Keep letting them cameras roll with him and this side chick. We're gonna be like, I didn't think you can go that low, but he gonna go lower than what he went. Like they said, they go low, we go straight to hell.
Go to hell. In the words of Funky Donifa, when they go low, you go to hell. T.S. Madison says that too. It's really funny, but true sometimes. Sometimes you need to,
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness. And I'm glad that woman divorced that man because she was on the verge of killing him. There's no more love. It's all hate now. No more love. Kaya Nashe, thank you so much for the super chat. As a woman, I can never lay with anyone that pillow talks about another woman because at the end of the day, he would do the same thing to me. Hello. That part.
Preach. Yes.
That part. And it's pretty sissy-like, come on now. Okay, I can pillow talk and talk on the phone with my girlfriends, not my man. Don't do that. Don't tell me about what happened with your ex. I don't want to hear it. Please, because if you saying all that, when we break up, what you gonna say about me? Stop it.
Come on, Monica. Preach it. Jesus. It's a red flag. Red flags, sirs. If you're out there listening, it's not impressive. Not impressive.
No,
Same thing with you women. Stop talking about this dude that you can't stand, but you all up in my bed.
Right. Exactly. You don't want that baggage either. It's like, give me a break. You're with me now.
I don't want that spirit in my bed. No, you and the spirit, you can stay over at your house with that demonic mess. Yep. Don't be bringing that in my bed.
It shows me that you're not over it. You think you are, but you're not.
You're not. You're not over it. Why is he on your mind? It's just so silly. It's just so stupid. Okay, so moving on. Martell arrives at the Black restaurant grand opening early, and he's talking to Maurice and Tisha, and he apologizes for the things that he's done in their friendship and the things that he said and that kind of stuff. As the guests arrive, we see that Maurice did hire Jalen as the GM, and he seems to be confident in the role. Time will tell how he'll do, but I'm rooting for him. I want the best for him. Tisha pulls Mel to the side, and Tisha goes deep into her role in how their friendship fell apart. She admitted that she ruined the camping trip. I was surprised. Okay. So she's finally listening to her husband. She apologizes for her part and everything and all her wrongdoings and that kind of stuff. And Mel seems receptive to it. What were your thoughts, schoolboy? Can I ask y'all a question real quick? Can I ask y'all a question? Do you hear like a beeping noise? Or is it just me? No. You don't hear it? Okay. Okay.
Letitia can go jump off a cliff with that apology because she knew that damn well that was fake as hell. And Melody was playing fake as hell with her too. Them heifers don't like each other and ain't never gonna like each other. Just say y'all don't like each other and move on. Damn, it's not gonna hurt nobody's feelings on the show if y'all just keep it 100. You don't like each other, okay? It's not gonna be, I need to be there for my friend. Google Gaga, stop. Jalen, he looked lost as hell. He couldn't be no GM to no damn manager. Where was the real manager? Find me the real manager. He talking about, I kind of got a server, but I don't. Sir, you either got one or you don't. Do you know what you're doing? Somebody go find the real manager. And it wasn't even that many people in there. I mean, I just pray that Jesus gives him some direction and some common sense. And they help him because that brother is lost. I don't know. It's here. His brain is somewhere out here. I need him to pull it back in.
I was rooting for him. I just want the best for him.
People lift it up at the altar because he needs it. And what in the hell did Martell have on? Looking like Django. Did he come up off of
Girl, he liked him a good brooch.
He liked him a good ascot.
I thought he was gonna go fry some chicken somewhere, or he was gonna freeze
Colonel
some
Sanders.
I didn't know what was going on with him. Get the clothes. I know we in 2020. Get some pretty slaves. I mean, we in 2021. Who is dressing?
The velvets.
Are they that behind in fashion in Alabama? Please, I need y'all to come up. I don't know what's going on in Huntsville, but please come up on the fashions because this is terrible. The fashion in the hair is really. I need y'all to come to the 2000s. Come on in. And then he gonna fake. He lied. He fake too. He phony too. Oh well, our friendship. I'm like Martell. Why you always gotta give BSness in every scene? You always gotta be. You and then I know as soon as they cross you in one way, you're gonna be back on this in the confessional talking shit about them again. So my thing is, I'm like Marceau, that's fine, you apologize or whatever, but I need to see the actions. Because you doing all this talking, sir. Every scene he come in there, he just comes. He constantly coming in there apologizing. How many times you need to apologize, sir? Just change the behavior. And if you're not going to change your behavior, just stop lying and saying you apologize to people. And please get you some shirts that fit. And please start wearing these old school plantation outfits because I'm confused.
Cherie Williams Felder, thank you so much for the super chat. Martell wants Melody to have Arion's mouth game. That's a very sad reality for all parties, especially the children. It's not that deep. Yeah, it really, really is. Well, he sacrificed his whole family over some mouth game. It's just sad.
And your throat don't have to be that deep.
It's really, really sad. Lakia Pearson, thank you so much for the super chat. Funny as F. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Please. What were your thoughts on Tisha, Jalen? I'm rooting for Jalen, though. I'm really rooting for him. I hope he can pull it together.
I'm still on Jago, baby. Schoolboy thought of Jago. I personally was thrown off by that jacket, baby. In the summertime, I'm like, this is beautiful. What is this? Velvet? Like that's all I wanted to do. I want to rub up and just touch it. Oh, Martell thinks he is a style maven, honey, a style maverick. Oh, it's so funny because he's so country. I bet you he still got wood grain in his vehicles too. Anyway, yeah, Tisha, she tried to put on her big girl panties. So I guess I'll give her an E for effort. But like Melody said, it was completely see-through. But the reality is, if they want to move on with the relationship, somebody has to be the bigger person and apologize. But we have seen this a few times now with those two. So I just hope this one sticks. Jalen. Again, it was a soft opening. I'm glad he was able and willing to roll up his sleeves and, bring the plates and everything that needed to be served. Although I will say, I need them, like he says he trusts Jalen. I need them to get some more family members or somebody else up there that they trust. How you already got servers not showing up at the soft opening?
Soft opening,
Like,
child.
that doesn't bode well for the business. Like, people already calling in.
And
Ooh,
he's so confident about it too, like it was fine. He was like,
I
"Oh,
know,
yeah."
like I love my people, y'all, but this is what happens when we don't run businesses like businesses. Like, you can try to get your family and friends to help out, but honestly, family and friends are the ones that's gonna be like, "Oh, they ain't gonna need me today. Oh, they know I got something to do. Oh, they gonna understand." If we gotta go somewhere else to, get us some help, get some help. But I loved the overall thing. I love Black people showing up in all black to black. I loved Melody being a little off brand and not off brand, but off theme with her hot pink sequin dress on. I was there for that as well. Yeah. Did you talk about, well, when they went outside, I felt like the other ladies felt, why not have all the kids and empower them all on the mural? Especially when you're someone like Marceau who has all girls. Like,
Right.
your girls can't be part of the family legacy as well. That wasn't cool. But the overall image and him talking about his father and what this means to him, it was good. It was dope. I liked it.
Yeah, I did too. It was Black excellence. So I'm trying to, go easy on Jalen, but what a mess. Stephanie Collins, thank you so much for the super chat. Bishop, I'm impressed with your hats every time. Those are sharp. Yeah,
Appreciate it. Thank you.
He always looks really nice and sharp. Yeah. Marcella, my love, what were your thoughts on that scene?
My thoughts is that Martell, please stop wearing clothes too small for you. Please, sir. Please. And then when he goes in there, I'm going to tell y'all, this is just my hood mentality. My hood mentality says that Marceau wants Tisha to apologize because Melanie know where all the bones are buried. We got to be nice to her, or she's going to let it out. When she's finished with Martell, she's going to jump on us. So please be nice to Melanie, because he went all the way out of the rim to, really make Melanie feel special. So I believe Miss Tisha, half a brain, knows Melanie knows everything. So she agreed with her husband to go apologize. Do I think it's standing? No. Tisha could be led to anybody with a dog bone. Just come over here, baby. Melanie can see right through that, okay? Because Melanie is knocking down the big target, which is her husband first. And if she stays on this show, she will be knocking down all those other targets. Then when Martell went to her brother, I don't know why people think because men are gay that they cannot fight like a man. Marvin may be gay, honey, but Marvin can throw those hands, okay? It's nothing wrong with Marvin being gay. Marvin spelled out to him. I mean, him talking to Martell was very calculated. He said, how long have the kids known me? How long have you known me? He laid all of that out to make Martell look stupid again. What Martell told Chris and everybody, Martell didn't bring that up that night. He just said, I don't want my kids seeing stuff abnormally. But let me tell you something. You cheating on your wife is abnormal. You having to introduce your 4 other children to a new baby that didn't come from their mama's orange is going to be crazy. And I don't like the way he handled Melanie. And I feel like Martell allegedly, in my opinion, could be a little abusive. And Melanie loved frying that fish in front of those cameras because she gets to say what she wants. She jumps back and handle herself. And no, I dare you to do something so I can have it on camera. And I believe that Melanie executed getting Martell to admit that she is not the whore he put out that she was. And when he told her that he was going to, if she said, if you wasn't doing wrong, I would have stayed. He said, no, I would have left you. Girl, Ariane, did you have your headset on listening that he said he was going to leave his wife with 4 kids? Your one baby will not hold him, neither will your head.
That part, right, exactly. I wanted to address this really quick. Andrea Logan says Ariane is more than mouth game for Martell. You know, like Bishop said that she was a mouth game. That man loves her. You don't cheat on someone you love. You don't degrade them. You don't destroy your family. He doesn't love her. He hates her. That's not love. That's not love at all.
Isn't she still in an apartment and he has a big old house over there? Girl, you are her friend because I seen your comment somewhere else. He do not love her. He loves what she's giving her, and he has already moved on. Check it out.
Mm-hmm. Bishop, what are your thoughts on that scene?
I felt like Tisha finally took her Flintstone pills, or Flintstone vitamins, I should say, and she was able to put on her Powerpuff Girls underwear on, and she like, you know what my husband / dad said was very true. You know, Marcy was right that I do need to apologize to Melanie, and so she did her little apology, and Melanie was right in the confessional. We'll see how long this lasts because she has done this before. And you know, it's cool. It's good to see people apologizing to people for the things that they have done. Like it took Martell to see when they said, your mother's always the same. She's sweet, and every time we see her, she's always nice to everyone. And he probably thought for a moment, like, well, you know what, I need to apologize for saying that to your mother. You know what I said to her, and that was pretty cool of him to even apologize for what he said to Miss Wanda. He said, even though I felt a certain type of way, I shouldn't have, done that to her, which was cool. And it was kind of cool to see people making up semi. You know, we'll see how long this lasts again. And did anybody else feel the same way I felt? Like with Destiny, the girl is beautiful in the face. And she came and she looked good in her jumpsuit. But what was going on with that mop on top of her head? Like, your hair is always done right. Now all of a sudden you got to come incomplete. Like I'm like, why is it when your hair looks nice and your face is looking beautiful, your outfit looks bad? It's like, can we get all of it at one time? Like, I'm sorry, I was a little confused. I was a little distracted.
She looked like her orange stink, Bishop.
Oh,
everybody
God
ain't
bless
able.
America.
Everybody can't come able all the way through. Can't come all the way through. Okay, some of us can only come partially way through. But see, y'all saw how I came all the way through on the Instagram. I cleaned up good.
You do.
You gotta come all the way.
You
through.
do.
Maybe Destiny just can't come all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just need her confessional hair with the face she already had, because her face always is good. And with the outfit, like, see, that's complete look right there. I'm like, whoever's your beautician, stay with them. Don't try to go off and style steps. I can do my hair in the kitchen. No. You coming on the camera. This is forever. So you need to get it together. I was a little disappointed.
Yeah. Delicia Dismuke, thank you so much for the super chat. Bird Brain Tisha is very messy with her two-faced self. Yeah, she could be very, very messy. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, my goodness. Sorry about that noise in the background. Vanessa Campbell, thank you so much for the super sticker. We appreciate you. Coco Houston, thank you so much for the super chat. So, keeping it moving, the opening is going well. It's like I said, Black excellence all night long. Everyone looks amazing, right? Dressed to the nines. I love to see it. Martell and Mel's brother Marcus have a sidebar convo about, Marcus's previous comments at the Halloween party, where he said that his male partner, his Martell's children likes his male partner more of a parent than Martell. And that really, set Martell off. He was going to kick his behind. He apologized for that. Well, was it really an apology? Yeah, he apologized for that.
It was.
Yeah. Martell explains that he doesn't want his kids to see gay marriages as the norm, pretty much like a male on male marriage as the norm. Then Mel shows up and Martell and Mel get into a convo. Things get emotional when Martell tells her that he realizes he messed up. Well, maybe I should stop there. Maybe we should address Marcus and Martell's convo first and then dive deep into, Martell and Melody's discussion. Schoolboy, you're a gay female. What are your thoughts on that?
That has his partner has nothing to do with what you screwed up in your own home, sir. That has nothing to do with that. And and kids are innocent. This is what people have to understand. Kids are innocent. Kids don't see anything different about anybody. I have been around people that their kids love me on YouTube. Their kids don't know what I do in my bedroom or anything like that. They don't associate or equate any of that. That is what happens when people put that in on kids, because kids are innocent. That's why I don't get down with this narrative that society is forcing the gay agenda. No, you have the right to cut something off TV so that your children don't watch it. If you don't want their kids to watch something that has put force in something that's you said it's force, I don't force anything. But kids don't sit up here and say, oh, well, we like this, or this is bothering us, or this is going to make us change our sexuality. But just because someone is exposed or around gay people doesn't mean that they're going to come out gay or that anything like that. And that's what I felt like Martell was kind of alluding at. Sir, you screwed up your own household. You did that on your own. Their foundation is a mother and a father. Well, if you wanted your kids in the same household with mommy and daddy shouldn't have been out here in other oranges, in other pastures, in other fields, whatever you want to say. Always remember the 80-20 rule. They told y'all that on Tyler Perry's movie. Okay, you had the 80, but you went on over here for the 20. Now you want to come back to the 80 when it's convenient because the 20 is not satisfying you. Sir, that man's sexual preference and who he lay with at night, kids don't care about that. All they know is they going to Uncle Marcus' house. They having fun over Uncle Marcus' house. Uncle Marcus got a friend. I don't know if they say, Uncle Troy or whatever they call him. All they know is they having fun. Kids don't look at all of those. Kids don't get in depth in that. That's adults that get in depth in mess like that put that in kids, that make it unsafe or make unsafe environments for people of the LGBTQIA plus community. That is a narrative that really pissed me off in that moment with him, because I felt like that was unnecessary and that was uncalled for. No, should he have dug it and said, they like him better than you? No, he shouldn't have did that, but that was no cause for you talking you don't want. Them kids been around that man 13 years. Now all of a sudden it's a problem? No, it's a problem because you don't like anybody doing better or treating your children better than your scumbag ass, and that's why you insecure. That's all that is. I can't stand Martell, and it shows me right there, sir, you are very homophobic. And you didn't have to say it, but you tolerated it because you was married to Mel. And now that you're not married to Mel no more, you can go out here and say what you want to say and act a fool. But he just did not want, just say you don't like the fact that the man is gay and you don't want your kids around that, but you tolerated it because of Melody. And that's really what it boils down to. But it made me mad because kids don't look at that. Kids do not look at that. That's adults that look at that.
Right. Well said. Well said. Bishop, what are your thoughts
Oh,
yeah. Okay.
My bad. I'm sorry. He was totally wrong for that. And at the end of the day, that's that man's husband. It's not like it's his friend. It ain't like some man coming in and out and they call him some random dude I'd rather for him to be my dad. It wasn't like some random man he invited over. That's his spouse at the end of the day. Whether you agree with the lifestyle or not the lifestyle, or agree not with the lifestyle, it's like at the end of the day, that's that man's spouse. So, and that's their kid's uncle. And now it's going to be the kid's uncle-in-law, basically. So it's like you cannot dictate of who the kids gravitate towards and who they like, at the end of the day. So it's like, as long as he wasn't doing nothing inappropriate in front of him and his spouse wasn't doing anything inappropriate in front of children, I don't see no problem with it. And that's why I was glad when he made him answer, like, how long have you known me? And how long have you known of Troy? It's been like 13 years, fam. So what is the issue now? Because it made him look crazy at the end of the day. It's like, okay, so it's fine when you're married to my sister and dogging her out, and she was staying in her place, and you didn't have no problem with my lifestyle. But all of a sudden now, when you're dogging her and she's leaving you, all of a sudden you have a problem with her family. It's like, this is why I respect his mother more than I respect him, because she does not change. She likes who she likes, and she is who she is. She's not playing, flipping around and showing, different faces when something, is transpiring. See, that's why people don't respect Martell, because at the end of the day, he shows his true face, and he shows that he has no respect for certain people when things don't go his way. And it's like, you're doing this even to your own ex-wife and doing all these lies and smear campaign. It's like, fam, this is why people think you're a little suspect. Like, I'm starting to think, brother, you need to slow your roll, because maybe one day when you come out the closet, you may want your kids to accept you, wouldn't you? I'm just saying. I've heard from the community he comes off a little bottomish. I'm just saying, maybe that's why he's trying too hard. Maybe that's why he's trying too hard.
Maybe. Pledge your thoughts on that exchange between Marcus and Martell.
I think it was yet another low blow by Martell. His basis for not liking it is rooted in, I guess, his belief in Christianity. As I always say, with me growing up in the Deep South and being a church girl, one thing that always rubbed me the wrong way since I've had a brain and and was able to critically think about things in the church is that on one hand, we like to say that all sin is the same. Yet we preach sin very differently, and we treat people in their sins wrong, differently too. So, like I always say, I've been in churches where the pastor himself was up there doing adultery and fornication, all those sorts of things, yet was preaching down to everyone else. And for whatever reason, we do get lots of sermons about homosexuality, but we don't get these same sermons on adultery and fornication. Well, you can't have it both ways. If sin is sin, sin is sin. So all of it is wrong. Your children will their foundation is being torn apart, as Schoolboy and Bishop already said, because of you, sir. So the firm foundation that they had of husband and wife, one, they'll still have that foundation. For the younger ones, the new baby and the 4-year-old, it's your job to teach them that foundation, But even with that foundation, there are gay people who grew up in 2-parent households. But then, that's a whole nother live and story, because then we have to debate, do you choose it? Is it born? Is it, so however you want to try to rationalize it. I personally don't think you become gay because of what you saw. Because if that's the case, we would have a lot more or a lot less, The other thing is children do see it, right? They're not dumb. And those children that they have are very smart. But I feel those are discussions that should be had when the children ask. Because the reality is the world is a big place. You will not be able to shield them forever. They will have questions. And when they have those questions, that's the time when you say, well, no, Uncle Marcus, this is his husband. He is, however you want to have that discussion, but the discussion will have to be had. For him to sit there and say, again, Mariah is 9. I don't know where he's been lately, but 9 with a cell phone, with a bunch of friends, she knows way more than you think they know. That's like the sex talk. Parents don't want to have the sex talk. Kids start hearing about sex young, like way younger than you want to think. And it's best for the parent to have that conversation so that you can frame it, not these people out here on the streets. For example, I don't have same-sex couples in my family, but my cousins who were born with, with a mom and a dad got to like a certain age and started asking their grandmother, where's your husband? Because she was not married. But all they knew was husband and wife. And so they're like, well, where's grandma's husband? Why she ain't got nobody? Kids are innocent and they know they are normal. And so anything outside of their normal, they're going to be curious about. But that's not a bad thing. That's actually how you can teach children to be compassionate, to respect differences, to respect others, so that hopefully we don't have the world that we live in now where people hate themselves and want to kill themselves for being who they are. Like, it's a teachable moment. And I'm just sad that Martell can't see that. He's so selfish and one-track minded that he can't see the bigger picture.
Very well said. Very well said. Crowned by Bria. Thank you so much for the super chat. Spot on, schoolboy. I tell people, if it don't apply, let it fly. If the person ain't hitting on you, trying to turn you out, it's none of your business. Martell looking for a reason to complain because he no longer has the upper hand. I think so. I think that's part of it. I really do. I really, really do. Marcella, my love, I'm interested in your point of view on this. You are mute.
This is short and sweet. The gay community is around us. We need to embrace them. No child knows what you're doing behind your bedroom door. I don't think this will become a question. Why is Uncle Marcus? Because I'm doing this or with this man. I am sure that they have been around Uncle Marcus for a long time. They already know that there's a dynamic there, but I'm sure Marcus don't do anything around these children. When Melanie get her king, Martell is going to be telling them, I don't want my kids around Melanie's new man. It's always going to be an excuse. Being gay, and we all know this. What I'm saying is that I don't like, he offended me doing that because I got a gay daughter who has a daughter who is in a relationship. My daughter don't be doing all kinds of crazy stuff around my granddaughter. My granddaughter knows she has 2 mommies because she's been in a relationship with this person a long time. But she comes over here and see grandma and papa. My granddaughter don't ask why my mommy have a woman. Listen, that's him. And I didn't like that. And I hope the LGBT community, that's going to be the downfall. Going to complain about him why this is going on after they've heard that he has not only offended me, he has offended a whole community, and I hope they go after him for that. And that's all I got to say, because that pissed me off.
Yeah, it was really, really out of line. I think it was just him having a moment and just having something to say, because he didn't have a problem with it when they were married. It wasn't a problem.
I think it's for TV as well.
Yeah.
To have a conversation.
Absolutely. Yeah. Just to have a scene and just to get under Marcus's skin, because Martell and Melody and Marcus have become so close, and she's spending all this time in Atlanta at his house. But Marcus did hit below the belt when he said, well, you know what? My kids like, what's his partner's name?
Troy.
Troy. My kids like Troy better than you. He shouldn't have said that. He really shouldn't. So,
right.
Yeah. Grace Arline, thank you so much for the super chat or super sticker. We appreciate you very, very much. So then Melody shows up, right? And she's like, what y'all talking about? And Martell tells her that the same thing he was saying before, that he doesn't want his kids around, to feel that Marcus and Troy's relationship is the norm and, blah, blah, blah. And Melanie's like, well, all the kids have ever seen is me and you in a relationship. So, what are you talking about? Then things get a little emotional when Martell, she sits down and they get into this conversation, and Martell tells her that he realizes he messed up badly. He wished he could make things right again because he wants his life back. You know, he wants his wife and kids back. He wants to blink and open his eyes and it was all a dream. Guy's such an idiot. They both shed a tear. You know, it's an emotional moment because Melody says she had never heard him say that. I guess recently he hasn't been expressing that, and she just, you know, assumed that he had moved on. But then the conversation goes south naturally when Martell blames their marriage falling apart on them both, and Mel's like, "Hold up, Negro, no, this marriage fell apart because you cheated, right?" And then he pretty much calls Mel a hoe, and he's like, "No, you know, it fell apart because you was cheating too, and you did your part." He could never leave that woman alone. And then she gets real mad. It pisses her off. Ask him when is he going to sign the papers, and that she also told him that she found out he fired his attorney. So what is really going on? And he don't really want this divorce to happen. And then he storms off, and then the other ladies come over to comfort Mel, and she tells them that she's over this marriage, and the episode wraps. Schoolboy, what were your thoughts on that scene?
Martell need to get out of my damn face. Sign the damn woman paperwork and get the hell on. Get the hell on. Go to wherever. Go to your side piece house. Wherever, whoever, whatever piece you with. Because I don't believe he ain't claiming the other heifer. So clearly he's somewhere else dipping it and doing it and sliding and you know, pulling the panties to the side and sliding through somewhere else. So wherever you need to go, sir, you need to sign them paperwork and get there. And matter of fact, stay there. I don't even want to see you back on my TV screen, but I know you're going to come back because you're the executive producer. So they got to give you a little something. But other than that, I just, you know, that whole scene was like, you still got to keep throwing daggers at this woman. You still got to be petty. You still got to be childish. I want my family back. Ninja, please. You don't want your family back. You would have never went there with anybody on the side, no matter how bad it got between you and your wife. You would have never stepped out if you gave a damn about your family and your kids. Sir, you don't care about nobody yourself. He is selfish, self-centered. He is a jerk and an asshole. He don't care about nobody but him. And if he feel like he getting too real and too honest and being a man about his, then the demon come back. Like Bishop said, the demon comes back, and then he just got to be arrogant. He just got to be, you know, you. And I will say this: she said she wanted him to have peace. And I'm gonna tell you right here, right now. Martell will never have peace in his life until he gets real with himself, does some for real therapy, and heals them demons. Until then, he will continue to run from post to pillow between one set of legs to the next. And ladies, if you out there, please make sure you on birth control and everything else. He wouldn't be able to slide up on me raw out here in these streets. And Melody already said he ain't paying her child support. So Arian, good luck, buddy.
No, Arian's gonna take hers.
Yeah. Bishop, what are your thoughts on that scene? And the show keeps ending with the two of them fighting. Have you noticed that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you know, I really, that was an emotional scene. Like again, he gets real for a moment, and that's where she started crying because she actually felt it. But then he had to, you know, let that demon come back in. He catches himself because he started to go there too. He started to get real until he started throwing daggers again. And then this is what confused me. I'm like Destiny. I'm with her on this one. How are you saying you want your family and you disrespect the woman that you want to be with? Like, I don't get it. Like, if I really want you back, I'm not going to sit there and call you a hoe. Like, what is you doing? Like, what are we doing? Like, I'm like, I can understand if you didn't want her back. Like, you know, you just going off, you just saying whatever you want to say. Y'all cussing each other out. They're not going to understand that. But you claim you don't want to lose your family, but you keep insisting on insulting her. And I'm like, okay, if she cheated on you, which I do think she did, she's not admitting to it. So I'm like, what do you want with her? Because you think you keep saying she cheated on you, and I think she did beat you to the punch and made you the villain on the show, and you fell right into the trap. because I mean, she beat you to it. You know, leave it alone at this point in time, because you had a whole baby. You're having a whole baby on her. So again, like even if she did, and Melody don't want to admit it, she did finally come out and say, "Yeah, I did cheat on her." I'm like, "Yeah, I've been to a girl," but I'm like, I don't blame you. I'm like, because he's having a whole relationship with somebody else. Like, what you expect? Same thing with Letitia. We talk about Bell Collector. If she did sleep around on this dude, and she probably had her one side piece on the side, you know, the pool boy. I'm like, okay, cool. You doing your thing, girl. I'm like, y'all both cheating. I'm like, who cares? Like he doing you dirty. I'm like, I think you should have your fun too. But my thing is this: don't sit here and insult this woman, insult her, and saying that you still want to be with her. Don't want to hire an attorney because you don't want this divorce and you want to prolong it so she can come back to you. But I'm like, if you want her to come back to you, what is she coming back to? Is it something different? Is it something you're going to offer her better? Because if you're not, then I'm like, bon voyage. But like I would tell her, you need to leave. And matter of fact, if you want to leave, here's my phone number. You know what I mean? So I'm like, bruh, you crazy.
Yeah. He's crazy. I don't understand. I don't get it. Tina's, thank you so much for the super chat. Hey, my teacup family. Love y'all. We love you too. Thank you so much, my love. Oh my goodness. There's a troll in the chat. I don't know. Mods, can y'all handle that, please? Y'all need to cancel that bitch. Do what you got to do. Okay, please. What were your thoughts on that scene?
Oh Lord, I thought Martell was, you know, being his normal self, taking from the narcissist gaslighters playbook 101 with that projection, trying to call that lady a hoe. No, sir, you're the hoe. Like, you're the confirmed hoe. You're the one that we know. We have receipts on all of your hotivities. Yeah, it was very bitter, sweet, because it was sweet because Melody finally is like, ain't no more shut the F ups around here. You're the one who needs to shut up. Put him exactly in his place. Let him know that she wasn't going. She wasn't going. If you want to take it there, we can take it there. Because the reality is, it is just always so interesting to me. I understand women are from Venus, men are from Mars, but you know, the new age women and with the education and the level playing fields that we have, no, sir. You're not gonna sit here and call me a hoe because I talked to somebody. That's the craziness of it. That's the crazy man logic that's in there some kind of weird. She talked to somebody else, so she's a hoe. You had a whole 5-year relationship. You bought this woman a car. You paid for her nursing school tuition. You took money out of our household. You took time out of our household. You took your body out of our household. Now you done created a whole nother baby, but I'm the hoe. No, sir. Like that's not what that is. And then to have the nerve to say he wants his wife, y'all know he don't want his wife back. He wants the picture.
Yeah.
What Marceau told him. He wants the image. He wants the businesses. You know, he wants to act like the father of the year, but he doesn't really want his family back, because if he did, even like people who even like act like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, they'll fake the funk at least a little. They'll dumb themselves down, put on a good face, act sad. His ego won't even allow him to do that. When he starts to be vulnerable, they both were choking up, having a moment, and then it flipped. Like that switch just flipped again in him, where he can't allow himself to be fully vulnerable and be exposed on national television. He can't just admit it to himself. When he go home, he cry at night. Like Big Red on Friday. He gonna cry when he get in the car. You know, he cried when he was walking to that Range Rover, whatever kind of cars they have.
Suburban.
But yeah, he cried when he was walking over there when he got in the Suburban before he called Ariane back to stroke his ego, because he was gonna call when he left the party to check in with her. Yeah, he is all types of trash. Just, I'm glad it's over. It needed to be though. They were at an impasse. He said he was in love with Ariane. He wasn't going to leave. He wasn't going to make his choice. So she had to choose for him. Now he has to man up and deal with that choice. It is what it is. You did it, sir.
Very well said. He really did do it to himself. And like you said, he's not in love with her. He's in love with He's in love with winning.
He's trapped.
Right. He's pissed off that she filed for divorce. She pulled the trigger first, and he wasn't in control of that anymore. He would have filed for divorce first. If he had did it, he'd have been fine with it. But she did it, putting an end to it and stopping his nonsense. So now he has to flip it on her that she's the villain, she's the cheater, all the things that he is. Marcella, she needed to cut his ass. That's what she needed to do. Marcella, what are your thoughts?
Me being a Puerto Rican, I would have cut his ass. I really would have been going in jail, gay for the stay.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to let y'all know, Lord Jesus, have mercy. Melanie was blessed in this situation because all the hoes have been calling her and telling her what's been going on. And Melanie got out, and she's the one who broke out of his spell and got away. I am telling you, Ariane is going to get the little change that Melanie left him. Because guess what? She gonna wake up, y'all. She is gonna wake up. And like I told y'all earlier tonight, everything he did to Melanie, he's gonna do to Ariane 10 times worse. And guess what, y'all? I just want y'all to know that they are part of the teacups tonight. They are in here deep saying that he loves Ariane. Oh, any guy getting your cat peaches or oranges will tell you they love you and do not love you for real. He loves what she does for him. But now he's looking into reality. Melanie was the brains of that outfit. Melanie bought money. Melanie is going to show him that she is a bigger star without him. And Martell is going to resent anybody he put his little hot dog, whatever you want to call it, into. He is in love with that wife. And guess what? At this point, it's not even all about the children. He only wants to hold on to the children so he can hold on to Melanie. Melanie, if you listen, have somebody else drop the kids off to Martell. Don't come in his face no more, because he is going to come to a breaking point. Too many people are going to start coming after Martell, and he's not going to be able to handle it. And he's going to blame it all on Melanie, not his dingling where he should be blaming it on. And that is the fact. He is a itch ass nigga, a ninja. He is. I don't like him. He's a punk. As long as he could hold on to Melanie, he was okay. But now that Melanie has said bye-bye, she gonna get a king, and he gonna put Martell in his place. Bam.
Yeah, very well said. Y'all said a word tonight. Y'all, listen, I agree with all of it. It's just a mess. I'm glad she's finally out. Like we said in the previous video, their divorce is final. She's a free woman. She's, don't have to deal with this mess no more. And she didn't ask for any child support or any of that stuff because she don't want to, because that's another fight, another argument. She don't want that man in her face. She wants a clean break, and she got it. Leticia McGee, thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah, Monica, thug life. You cutting people, canceling people. Laugh out loud. Love it. Love this panel. Thank you, my love. Sometimes you got to do that, Sometimes it's warranted. Sue Inspired, thank you so much for the super chat. There are rumors he has another baby on the way with another woman outside of Ariane. I heard about that, and I'm working on that for you guys. I may have a surprise tomorrow. We'll see. Oh my goodness. Chocolate Padilla. He does not love coleslaw. No, I don't know. He doesn't. Cancel that bitch. He don't. He don't love anyone. He don't even love himself. How can he love anyone else? He doesn't. Hi Vibe. Thank you so much for the super chat. She says, with 4 children, and how many businesses would Mel have time to cheat? And she already explained what it was. They had broken up, and she said she didn't sleep with the other person, but for 4 weeks, she did entertain conversations with another man. She said that. Bishop don't believe it. Bishop's.
I really believe that situation, but I think there was something else.
You think she was cheating?
I don't think she was. No, you get mad because she's Scorpio. You get that revenge with one good time, because she reminds me of the chick that didn't answer the question quite right and Bell Collective. Like, oh no, I was just talking to. Yeah, he was talking to that box. Like, come on now, let's be real now, because these are not your old school women. Yeah, exactly. These are not your old school women, and you keep running over them. Like, they're not gonna take that, but they know they're in the South. They have to keep that image up. But again, I don't blame her. If she did, I don't blame her. But she beat him to the punch, which she was smart, because she made sure I run the narrative. You don't run it.
He can't stand it. He always has to be in control. He can't stand that. Olivia, thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate you. Oh my goodness. As well as I know you sent me the pronunciation in my DMs, but I forgot. I'm so sorry. Isoleli means black honey. I'm so sorry, my love. Thank you for the super chat. The way Marsha is, if he knew that Mel was cheating, he would have been left. Oh, he would have left her high and dry, and he would have made it would have been a full-blown crisis too. He wouldn't have let her get off this easy. He would have been screaming it from the mountaintops, calling her all kinds of trash. He better go and listen to Mel's song, The Rottweiler. I heard her song is good. Just a tea, please. Thank you so much for the pound, the British pounds. I don't talk much, but I have to say I love the show. Thank you. All the way from the UK. We appreciate you. Yeah, it is just a mess. Does anyone have any final thoughts before we wrap things up?
It's a pretty good song. I listened to it all the way through, just maybe like an hour or two before we got on. It's a pretty decent song, and I have my thing on like the repeat of the album, so it started to play again. I turned it off. It's like one of them songs like, oh, this is a really good song. I'm like, I want to keep hearing this.
Everybody, I see 2,909 people watching us. I need y'all to press those likes, because that's how I feel that love. If y'all like what I'm saying, y'all like what I'm saying, hit those likes for me. Please show me that love. Hit the likes. And guess what? I'm telling you, Melanie is going to be over there watching the crabs eat on that piece of chicken that's in the crab cage, and Martell is the meat in the crab cage, because it's about to be some people coming after Martell, and Melanie is going to be over there with her fine body with 4 kids, and old girl Crackerjack going to be over there. Just had one baby looking like you know who. But guess what? Melanie got her body. She got her career. And Martell can't stand it, because he's about to be a nobody. Martell, nobody likes a fine muscle man if they're broke. Nobody.
Oh, my goodness. Dominique Washington, thank you so much for the super chat. My kids call my brother and his partner gunkles. I really didn't have to explain due to the internet. I mean, it's quite obvious. These kids know. I mean, come on. Grace Arlene, thank you so much for the super sticker. We appreciate you. As well as Envy Me 6902. Thank you for the super sticker. We appreciate you. We're going to go ahead and wrap things up, because it is Sunday night. And we got jobs. We got stuff to do tomorrow. Schoolboy, where can they find you?
You can find me at school_boy on YouTube. And then you can find me also on Twitter at school_boy. And then on Instagram, it's school_boy_2021.
Awesome. Before you say anything, Bishop, I just want to acknowledge the super chat real quick. Leticia McGee, thank you so much. Mel said they talked for 3 weeks, and that was after she moved out of the house. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Beautifully animated. Thank you so much for the super chat. Marsha is butthurt because Marcus and his husband are showing his kids what a healthy, loving relationship looks like. Yeah. And he can't handle it. Bishop, where can they find you?
Well, you can find me here on YouTube at the Bishop with 2 E's. And you can also find me on Twittergram, which is Instagram and Twitter mixed together, at Bishop Red Pill.
All right. Plez, where can they find you?
I love making up your own name. They can find me over on Instagram at scared_of_beautiful, and here on my YouTube channel, which is Scared of Beautiful, just spaces, no periods.
All right. And Marcella, where can they find you?
Well, for lunch break every day, you can find me on All the Real Housewives discussion on Facebook. And I need subscribers to come to my YouTube page, Speak with Your Girl Marcella. It's a different dynamic. I'm going to tell you how to get a good man, keep a good man, get some money, pay your bills. And guess what? I'm always a guest here at All About That Tea. I'm glad they invite me. Y'all press those like buttons for them because they be spilling the tea in my lap and burning my cat. I don't know what to do.
Yes.
Oh, she make my day every time she says something. I don't know what she's going to say next.
Ooh,
Yes.
child. Ooh, y'all heard that?
Not a hot cat. All right now.
Oh, Lord. Oh my God.
Say it for me,
Oh, God.
Yes. All right, y'all.
Monica, you're gonna have to get a warning for the tea. You gotta give a warning.
Parental guidance warnings, okay? Before Marcella speaks, we're gonna have to get a sign. Parental guidance warning. Listen, y'all can find me here on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. I don't want you missing out on any of the piping hot tea that we spill. It's a kiki. Every time we show up, we show out. For real. Teacups, I want to thank y'all for tuning in tonight. We love you all. Mods, thank you for holding down the chat like y'all always do. Tomorrow we are spilling some more marriage and love and marriage Huntsville tea. Listen, I might even have a surprise for y'all come through, but we'll see. I'm making any promises now. Everyone that sent in a super chat or a cash up, I want to thank you so much for helping us keep the lights on. I want y'all to stay safe out there and be blessed. We love you. Hugs and kisses to you. Thank you so much. Bye, everyone.